Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hello everybody, I'm Michael,
This is Cleve.
and welcome back to another episode of
Friendship Supreme.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, if you were a superhero, what kind of superhero would you be?
I'm glad you asked that question, Michael. So, on social media when they do all those little, if your first initial is this, use this thing, and if your last initial is this, then do this, and so I found a bunch of them.
Oh, fun.
And I did them all.
All of them?
As many as I could find. As many enough to give us a backstory.
Well, I mean, lay it down.
So, that's why I let you say so. So, Lootbox sent me this. Don't read ahead. Lootbox sent me this this book about superheroes and their first origins, and one of them was create your origin. And so I went through it, and then I found one that was like, this is your superhero name, and I went through it, and there was one that was like, here's a saying that you would present, and I was like, yeah, let's just do all these.
Mine would be, can't make an omelet without cracking eggs.
So, we could do, I've done all three of us.
Three?
And we can do this in whichever order you guys would like.
Is this are we like a friendship, like a Justice Friendship Supreme kind of situation here?
I mean, it depends on, once you hear it, you can decide if you want to be paired up with anybody or not.
Let's do Stephanie first.
Okay, so, I printed them out too. So the superhero name was this Shazam thing that I found. There you go. It goes by the month you were born and the first letter of your name. So Stephanie, you are the Electric Firefly. I know, right?
Is there one in there that determined her powers and it has nothing to do with electric or fire? Because that'd be the best. It's like, your powers over ice.
So the origin story goes by the color, your birth month, and the last digit of your phone number.
Oh, this is why you asked for color the other day, right?
Yeah. So, couldn't make this up if I wanted to, Stephanie. You are a nerd who decided to
Surprise.
search for your family after you were spurned by a loved one. You have a special move, which is brought to you by this little Street Fighter thingy, and it is the grinding choke of rage.
Derek, I need you to watch out, man. Don't ever spurn her.
And your insult is your uncle is pissed.
The Electric Firefly.
I wanted to give us villains.
She sounds like a villain.
I wanted to give us villains, so I went to the Wu-Tang generator and I put our names in there to get different names. And yours is the Gentleman Observer, which seems like a nerd woman searching for her family's villain.
I'm telling you, she sounds like the villain based on that origin story.
She's looking for her family, man.
Doing the electric grinder choke?
I mean,
I was spurned, Michael. Spurned.
she got that good grip.
Hold on one second. I wasn't thinking, like,
Yep.
What did you
her
think?
legs. Because I was thinking Street Fighter. You said Street Fighter, so
Why
I
wouldn't
like
the choke be with your hands? You're a perv, man.
I just can't win today.
Michael, you are the Incredible Guard.
Alright. Sounds like
Um,
a generic ass Captain America.
hold on,
The Incredible Guard!
hold on a second. Alright, you got the lanyard. You can go. You are an ordinary citizen who decided to don a disguise after you lost the only person who really believed in you.
So I really am just, you ever seen the movie Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
I'm Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
I'm just a normal person that's...
Your special move,
Yes.
oh, by the way, is based off of first letter of your first name, day you were born, and first letter of your surname. They made sure to put it in that way. The death nap of Norris.
That feels accurate to my lifestyle.
Your insult? Your dad is farts.
It's like your uncle is pissed or your dad is farts, huh? Man, we were just hitting the...
First letter of your first name, first letter of your last name. If College Humor posted it, I wish I was making it up.
We're just the...
We're the family insulting.
Yeah, we're taking on the patriarch. One.
I left mine because my insult is my favorite.
I feel like this is a little biased.
How are you feeling about the Incredible
I
Guard
need
and
Stephanie.
the Electric Firefly
You
so
know what
far?
I need? I need Rock the Arts to draw us all in these costumes.
I thought about that. I thought about paying him just to make that happen. I didn't ask you either. How do you feel about the Electric Firefly?
I mean, I like the name, but why is my special move to choke people?
I don't know.
Can I have some sort of like electric?
Maybe you're choking him with a whip.
I imagine
Nothing
that
ever said what you're choking him with.
See, here's the thing. I imagine that you had these like electric gauntlet things, and you just with your hands, not your legs, subjectifying women left and right since 19.
Fireflies
Since,
I was just thinking like
since 1988.
I was thinking like a Street Fighter game. I was thinking like Chun-Li would choke someone out with her thighs.
Yeah, no,
that's what would happen.
I'm
Crush her like a watermelon.
I'm with you there.
I'm sorry, guys.
The Invincible Guard.
Is it
Incredible.
Incredible. Okay, the Incredible Guard. The Invincible Guard's even better. I'd
No,
be on
you're
both
just
sides. I'm
you're
just
just
the Incredible Guard who has no superpowers.
I imagine you're just like the really good
I'm Paul Blart.
Walmart greeter.
I'm Paul Blart.
You're like, hey, let's see the receipt. All right.
No, that's how I feel. Is Paul Blart, mall cop.
And you're just an ordinary guy, but to be fair, Stephanie was a nerd. So
She seems to have some kind of superpowers, though.
Well, their name, yeah. Maybe you're just like a juggernaut, like an unstoppable force thing.
It's true.
I think that you can't run through things, but I just imagine that it's like, and then you don't move like you did.
I tried not to.
Just don't move. Just do
Don't
opposite
move.
way you just said.
And your villain is the Mad Desperado.
Which is slowly becoming my gamer tag for everything, but yeah.
What's that fart sound?
My foot.
Okay, I was like,
Is me foot?
are we gonna address this?
This. I can't recreate it. Oh no. There.
Yeah, it's true. My foot. I can't do it again though. Mine is the Invincible Tornado.
Well, that sounds so cool.
That's
I think
way
it's
cooler.
rigged.
Then you're not gonna like the rest of it.
It sounds so cool already.
You are a superstar who decided to take revenge after you trained extensively in martial arts. I printed all these out so that you guys couldn't say that I was BSing. My move is the thrusting kick of fate.
So you're basically Batman?
My villain is the crazy wizard. And my quote, which is my favorite.
Your uncle and
I'm
your
gonna read it. I'm gonna read it
Piss
the best.
farts.
The god you worship is cat piss.
Well,
Fact check me, man.
no, I believe
It's
it. I
all
believe it. I know you do. I just...
Once I saw mine, I thought, how funny would it be to do everybody's? And then your guys didn't come out as funny as you're the god you worship is cat piss. But I feel like that's my new insult now, regardless if I'm a superhero or not. Also, yours could have been different depending on which last name I used. But I went with what you got.
Was the other one cooler?
I don't know. Didn't check it.
Did I like downgrade?
I also,
Thanks a lot, Derek.
obviously, my favorite color should have been brown. What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, man. It's like,
Colorblind,
it's like
most of the colors you see are brown?
I was gonna say it's like.
Demigod? Yeah.
Well, now you're trying to rig it, which is what you told me not to do.
Anyways, there you go. Well, originally it was green, but I wanted to keep things fair and said a different color.
I know, because you would have also been a nerd.
Yeah.
So,
Steph and I would have just been a group of nerds. Cleve would have been a superstar.
A superstar who was learning martial arts.
This is horse crap.
can't make these things up.
I mean, at least I can choke people.
Sometimes the
Do you have the links
stars
to those?
align. No. I have the pictures on my phone, though. Do you want to know where they came from?
We will post the pictures on our Instagram, so you guys can also tell us what you guys' origin story, superhero story, your superhero name, your origin story, your special move, and your villain.
The villain one will have to be a link, though. But yes, so a Wu-Tang name generator, which is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Do you still want to be a team?
Yeah, no, I think I need to be a team. If I don't have you guys on my team, I'm pretty screwed, guys.
I mean, I just know Kung Fu, but if you shoot me, that's pretty much it. I imagine that you are bulletproof.
I'm a mall cop and I have no weapon.
But you're bulletproof.
I'm the Incredible Guard.
You're bulletproof.
I'm literally, you know, when you go to those flea markets and you buy a toy that's like Captain America, but it's misspelled, like Captain America, and you're like, it's some chintzy looking knockoff. Yeah, that's me, the Incredible Guard. Wrong colors, everything.
Like Blank Man.
What a great movie. Only joy I've gotten out of this so far. He had just powers, and I guess he was a superhero, so there you go.
I'm telling you, man, all you gotta do. You're basically Snorlax.
Is it my superpower move?
Your superpower is just and then it just all lined up very oddly.
What is the name? It's like the Death Nap or something.
The Death Nap of Norris.
Maybe you punch them so hard that they just take a nap instantly.
We got Chuck Norris punch. So I assume Norris would be Chuck Norris.
I also assume. I'm going off the same thing you're going off of, bud.
Yeah, it's just you punch them so hard, they take a permanent nap, which is a death nap.
Stephanie flies. I fund the team. Yeah, man, we're fine. You take your role, right here on my side.
I just look at you and I say, that's my secret. I'm always tired.
Like, oh my god, they're chasing us. What do I do? And you just turn and go, I've got it.
Just stand there as they go running past me. I'm just like, stop! Oh, all right.
No, man, you can't be an Incredible Guard and then let people go past you.
True.
I also feel like your origin story should have been an ex-football player. Or basketball player, because they both have guards.
They do both have guards. Alright.
But you're just an ordinary citizen. Says the color red. Could have been a demigod, man.
Who says their favorite color is brown, though?
Sad people.
Do you see red?
When he talks to you. Here all night. Thank you. Far too kind.
I'm just hearing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song in the background right now.
Enjoy it. Embrace it.
Yeah. Incredible Guard and his trusty sidekicks.
Now I'm gonna leave it to you guys.
Superstar Lad and Electric Girl. I don't remember your guys' names. Electric Dragonfly. Firefly. Electric Firefly.
And Invincible Tornado.
The Invincible Tornado. Kind of like the Red Tornado, but not quite.
What I enjoy is, with mine, the Tornado, martial arts, kick move, all kind of...
They go together. I feel like you can just do like spinning like kicks.
Right.
When you do it, you're so fast, you're invincible or invisible.
I think I enjoy Stephanie's finishing move the most. I just meant she's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you're like, did someone say sleep?
Oh my god, it's the Z move when Snorlax. That's what it is.
That's Napa Norris.
That's what it is. I'm sitting there sleeping like this, and all of a sudden you engage it, and I just turn my head to the side, my eyes turn red, and I just full on charge in.
Now, I'll leave the fun parts to you.
You're Pokemon.
What's the team's name?
The Unusual Suspects. The other guys.
The name of the base? Do you need help?
No.
An inspiration?
I'll tell you what, we'd all have problems with the Gentleman Observer. I don't know what we're going to do with him.
He makes me uncomfortable. And it's also Stephanie's rap name.
It's just like, it used to be the Shrieking Hunter, by the way. Which would have been more terrifying as a villain. But your villain, yeah. That's why you're listed as Shrieking Hunter in my IMs.
Not know that.
I imagine he's the creepy guy that sits at the strip club, just sits in the back, never puts $1 anywhere, and just sits there and sips on his drink all night. Yeah, that's the Gentleman Observer.
What I imagine, because he's a gentleman, we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I imagine that, like, you're looking at him, and the second, like, you look at him, he's like... and then he watches...
At some point in time, he sniffs someone's hair.
Oh, for sure.
Remember the guy from Charlie's Angels, the villain?
Yeah.
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 I think that might be the Gentleman Observer.
It's definitely like goes and fills out a check at the bank, and he's like...
That's so weird. That's like the worst villain ever. Can I have one?
Nope. I enjoy also that you, as the one female of the team, that your villain is a pervert.
I just want to understand why that all of the taglines are all something about piss or farts.
The thing is,
Friendship
this one.
Supreme. The first letter of your name.
No, what insult comment will you leave when you see that we've resorted to this format? That was the thing. So that's what I went with. We needed cool taglines. One of them insults your dog.
If it was friendship, it was based on Friendship Supreme. It would be your aunt is Ray Romano.
That's the best. We can do, man. We could write a whole one on Friendship Supreme right now.
Stephanie, yours could have been. Your uncle is shameful.
So your uncle is pissed, or your uncle is shameful.
I'm telling you, the god you worship is Catfish is my new insult for everything.
Yeah, no.
If somebody messes up my food in the drive-thru, the god you worship is Catfish, and I'm driving away. Because obviously I can't get the food from them now because I've insulted their god.
I just like to think that none of us are good at quips. Like, none of us have any good comeback. It's like, yeah, your dad's pissed.
Your dad is farts, sir. Stick to your script.
No, sorry, your dad is farts.
It's not even good as your dad.
I don't think the game was meant for somebody with the first and last name to have the same initials.
None of the names ever are. None of the games are, man. It always sucks when you have the same initials. Anyway.
We should write one, man. We should make one.
What is the base? It is the Mall of... I'm still on the Mall Cop thing.
What's funny is, like, I keep trying to up your character, and
Mall
you
of
keep
Justice.
like, no, Mall Cop all day.
I'm a Snorlax ball cop.
little, what is the thing? Little segue?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll segue us all up. Don't worry, guys. I got you. We'll all roll in and segues. Please don't be out of the distance so that my battery can get Let me tell you, I'm not walking back.
Just carrying your Segway back, just dragging it.
Yeah. Friendship Supreme doesn't work too much because I need the birth month.
March.
Alright,
Yeah,
so...
it'll be the first episode that was posted.
Electric Justice?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's
Can that be
good.
the team name?
Yeah, obviously.
Can we
Except
all have some kind of electric
themed thing.
fascination.
I mean, I already have Electric Firefly.
And we get it, Stephanie. You're so cool over there.
I am.
Do you know what day Friendship Supreme was born?
Well, Wednesday.
Thank you.
Oh,
Day.
Date.
Day. Day of birth is what it says, man.
I'm just saying. Wednesday. Date would be
I just read
the
thing.
Wednesday. Last Wednesday of March. The 25th.
Stephanie,
I'm
last
looking it
one's
up.
I have the first part and the last part. I don't know what the middle is, but the first and last part makes me real excited. First part is dancing. Last part is of doom. So whatever words in the middle is gonna be
So
great.
the last Wednesday in March?
Yep.
The 27th.
Okay, 27th.
The dancing bite of doom.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We need a color.
Black. I feel like that's in all of our.
Should have went brown and went for demigod.
Oh, that's right. Brown. Brown is
too
what I said,
late.
brown.
We went black, and we are an assassin who decided to
Nice.
search for your family because of the March thing, and we need the last 4 digits of our phone number.
Last 4?
The last digit of our phone number.
5.
Okay. It just combines the story.
Nice.
Searching for your family after you were scorned by a little. So it's
I was
literally
like,
her
that's
story.
fine.
Nice.
Right.
So I just got a team of people together to search for my family after
It's all
I was
because
scorned.
you know what, that makes sense because it's all about you.
Oh, it's
Yes.
oh, we already said it's
Yeah.
your aunt's Ray Romano.
Your aunt's Ray Romano. That's the biggest insult of all, if you think about it. There it is.
Dambra. I hate him so
So
much.
we're all together because my family was scorned.
Electric Justice. Done.
And I got Batman.
I imagine that I knew you from middle school, and that's why, as a superstar, I would even be dealing with you right now.
I was the guard in the high school football team, and you were a running back.
That makes sense. I appreciate you always being there for me, man.
That's all I am. It's just a giant roadblock.
I imagine that our story comes to an end, though. Like, we all die at the end.
Horrific death.
Yeah. I don't know how. I gotta find the thing for that. Like, how this is how you're gonna die by the first initial and
Let's not.
I'll be first and
believe
last
that. I might not believe in ghosts, but I might be a little superstitious about stuff like that.
I don't think anyone with
That doesn't
a
make any sense.
Nah.
with MM is going to die the same way you will ever. Like, that doesn't make sense.
So, like, if there was a generator that would tell you your last day,
No. You don't need to know that. Let it come when it comes.
why would you believe in that, though?
I'm not playing in that fate. No, sir. No.
What if it's the day that you want to go shoot this Halloween episode?
Then we go out and Guys, I'm trying to convince Cleve to go to Centralia with us for Halloween. If you guys think that's a great idea, please comment down below.
For those of you who don't know, it's not a great place.
It's an abandoned.
greatest place.
It's an abandoned.
It's a place that don't accept blacks.
It's nothing to do with that. It's an abandoned coal mine town that the coal mine is still on fire underneath the town. And if you ever played the game Silent Hill, it is based off of this town. There's lots of spooky things that are supposedly happen there. The roads are closed off. You can't get in unless you hike in. And it's cool. So we're trying to convince Cleve, if you guys agree with us and you want to see Cleve also go there with some live footage, go ahead and comment down below.
And there are people that still live there.
They're not supposed to. They were supposed to be evacuated. But yes, there are people that refuse to leave.
Because they're crazy.
They are people from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
So, superhero, the superhero deaths you know of, because it's so rare that anybody dies and stays dead. Can you see one that you would like your character to imitate?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was the tough thing is most of them always come back. Can I go out like Jason Todd did? The crowbar?
Get beat to death and then get left behind.
And they come back real vengeful and angry. And
But you
with
don't
guns.
get to come back, man. This is the end of your story.
Oh, that's it? Like, that's it? That's it?
So it's got to be the
Yeah, you
last
know
heroic
what?
act.
I'm thinking like... Oh, well then, yeah, the snapping my finger and dying because of that.
So you want the
Iron Man route?
Iron Man route.
Yeah.
You know what? All right, so real talk, real quick. Who had a sadder death? Because I was thinking about this earlier.
Him or...
Tony Stark or Logan.
Logan was a good one.
Those are two solid death scenes.
Tony Stark's to me.
Think so?
Logan was a dick a lot of the time, especially at old man Logan stage. He
Mm-hmm.
was kind of a dick, so it wasn't like
Tony Stark
hard
was
to
a
see
good
him
guy?
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part.
But as Stark's,
For the most part.
we're gonna address that in a minute because you distinctly were like, I hate the way he acts.
I
Let's
mean,
rewind to a few episodes ago.
he has a pompous ass, but he's not as much of a dick as Logan. Old Logan was. Old Dick.
Old Dick Logan. I just imagine this privy man. It's the gentleman observer. Hey, you kids like popsicles? Oh man. No man. I think Logan's was a better one, just for the simple fact that like he had finally come around to being a decent human being, and the one thing that he did for someone else that wasn't for himself was like the last thing he got to do.
Well, Tony Stark did the same thing, though.
But Stark's I feel like hits you more because of the ride you got to take. There was a build up, even if you just look at Infinity War and Endgame, there's a good build up to him not being around anymore. Wolverine got more movies too, but did he get movies? Did he? Are you counting the X-Men and his movies, or just his movies?
All of them.
I mean, he wasn't in all of them.
Yeah, he was.
Not all of them.
Almost every single one. The only one he wasn't in is Dark Phoenix.
And Apocalypse.
No, he was in Apocalypse.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't remember.
I don't think he asked for credit on that role.
They have dragged him down every single... I'm almost positive.
I believe you. I do remember that there was one where they were in it and he... What was their first outing? Because it wasn't Days of Futures Past. And it wasn't First Class. He was in First Class, but it wasn't
He
that
was in
one.
First Class. Oh, he may not have been in it. Okay.
There's one where... what was the first one with that cast?
It was First Class.
No.
With that cast, yes. With, like, Jennifer Lawrence and all them, yeah.
Well, I meant more of like the Cyclops and...
Oh, that was just... It was X-Men.
Okay, so there's the first X-Men that ended with Last Stand, right?
Yep.
And then there was First Class. But somewhere in First Class, they brought in Cyclops. To where they started using the Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey. But I just can't remember what they are because they're so bad.
They were terrible. Well, but I'm pretty positive that's still First Class. So the only new ones were First Class, Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix.
So maybe Age of Apocalypse is the one that I'm thinking that core team had their first like go at it.
Possibly. So as far as X-Men movies go, he was in X-Men 1,
Mm-hmm.
X-Men 2, X-Men United,
Mm-hmm.
X-Men The Last Stand.
Mm-hmm.
He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
X-Men First Class,
Mm-hmm.
The Wolverine, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse. So he's uncredited, but he's in it.
So maybe it is Age of Apocalypse I'm thinking of, because that's the one where Havoc brought in Cyclops.
That sounds accurate.
Right?
That sounds accurate.
I saw.
I've seen it one time,
Okay.
and it was when I got it from Redbox, and it was still terrible. The only thing that was good at that entire thing was Storm. I enjoyed the actress that they got for Storm.
Did you see that this Dark Phoenix, like on Rotten Tomato, is the worst reviewed one for them?
Yeah, no, it's done terribly. Hugh Jackman refused to be a part of it.
Did you see online? There's a clip of the movie, and they said it's like the most cringeworthy thing they've ever seen.
Mm-mm.
And it's Jennifer Lawrence, and she is talking to Xavier, and she's like, "And by the way, all the women keep having to fix all the men's mistakes. You should think about renaming the team the X-Women," and walk out. And apparently, it just turned everyone's stomach. Which, if you watch the clip, I agree.
Yeah,
It's pretty rough. But hopefully,
how about you,
this
Deathwise?
is getting fixed soon. I mean, I think I'm good with like a Quicksilver. Like, look at it. I imagine that you stopped your powers and I pushed you out of the way, and then like a train hit me or something that you could have easily stopped by just turning on your powers, but you just decided like I think you were like texting.
That sounds accurate. I was walking out on the subway texting, and
It's the mall cop way. I don't care about this job.
you saw me, and you just pushed me out of the way, and you got hit by a train.
I imagine that Stephanie was flying around and ran into one of those bug zapper thingies, but it made her stronger, and too strong, and then she just blew.
Like a firefly.
I like to think.
She took in so much, she was like,
What was the Stephen King film where the mom from Waterboy breaks the guy's legs and ties him to the bed?
can't remember the name, but
Miserable? No.
Misery?
Misery. That is it. I like to think that the Gentleman Observer got a hold of her. It's that kind of situation. And like he just plays dress up with her every day.
and he's like,
Just up in a little doll and has tea parties with her.
"Hello, Stephanie."
Oh.
He gets like a mouth. He gets like a mouth guard so he can like get her like dental layout. I like Stephanie's story the best.
It's like a Purple Man kind of situation. It's like psychologically
Yeah.
just demented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Steph.
Thanks. I am going to have lots of nightmares tonight.
You ever see like a slight shadow? That's what that is.
Gentleman Observer.
All the time.
He wears a
I'm
bull hat.
He's got a necklace that he like sucks on while he watches you.
What's up in there with a picture of you?
Oh my god.
Like you look at your window and like a block, there's just one man standing there waiting for an opportunity to see you.
I mean, that can actually happen. I live on the third story. You can see pretty far.
He's
It's just a, like, grass outside.
when you go to the grocery store, he's like the self-checkout guy. He just stands at the podium. Do you ever go there and you've done nothing wrong and you needed assistance? That was him.
Yes, that
The
actually
machine
happened.
acted fidgety just so he could be like, "Let me scan that for you."
You at home can't see it, but Cleve just rubbed his arm all over me in the ways that the Gentleman Observer.
It's not feeling someone up if you do it with the back
It's
of the
true.
hand.
Yeah, no, that's grazing.
Because you don't enjoy it. It's not like this.
Someone's gonna do that to me by accident. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
No, you're going to do the grinding choke of rage. That's what it is. Stephanie's had enough.
We set Stephanie up for an assault charge. We're gonna be at a comic convention one time. She's gonna be recording us, and someone's gonna bump into her. She's gonna go, "Pop!"
You're gonna go.
You do that sound so well.
I imagine like you threw away.
Have
Like,
you ever woken up and your hair been like an inch shorter?
No.
Nah, man. He just waits till she throws a brush away and he like pulls the hair out of it.
Does he have a little hair doll of Stephanie?
He's got all your kids' teeth.
children's teeth.
Oh man, I could make this whole character for you. Oh my god. He's just a shadow. He just disappears into the shadow and comes back. He stands in the shadow and he's like, top of the morning.
And this is why I don't own a house.
Because
Somebody was murdered in.
he has to have a cane, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. A cane.
And a pocket watch. With a chain.
Look at the time. Stephanie's getting off of work. Oh, Stephanie.
I mean, if he can predict what time I get off work, he's better than Derek. Because at this point, Derek has no idea what time I get off of work.
I imagine that he gets stimulated by electricity too, and so your powers are useless against him. Like you try to. She tries to choke him, and he's like, "Yep."
This just got rated so differently.
Oh my
This
god.
episode went to adult.
Oh my god. We can wrap this up because I can do this all day.
Oh man, let us know, guys. We're gonna post the pictures of the different types of heroes and stuff that you can be. Let us know what your guys' story is.
We're gonna post them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all just Friendship Supreme, except for Twitter. It has no eyes because all eyes are on Stephanie.
The eyes of the observer on Stephanie. Wait, the Gentleman Observer, could it be like Stan Lee?
It could be Stanley, and that makes him way less scary. But, or I would say more the Watcher than.
Can you imagine pop up with like Stephanie there? Excelsior.
I see you went with the Irish Spring today.
You guys need so much.
I like the ocean breeze.
Man, I'm throwing away my ocean breeze.
I imagine it's okay. So his figure, is he like an out of shape guy, or is
No,
he
real
like
slender.
real
Real
slender?
slender, silver fox kind of feller.
I liked better that he was a bigger guy and he just kind of like grabbed his knees and rolled away, like a Pokemon.
He's still good. He's still good as the slender guy. He just, you know.
Oh man. We're gonna
No, us big people get too much already, like the creep vibe or whatever. I don't need that more. No.
At least he's but here's the thing. At least he's a gentleman.
he is a gentleman about it. He'll
'cause
never
he's-
say anything bad.
He's not
to
like
them.
scratching his underarm
Yeah,
and like
he's never like exposed himself.
you
I
know
guess.
he's wearing underwear.
Eh,
He's a gentleman.
he probably has some money too.
That's okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought about this episode down below.
God, this was good.
If we were ever monetized, this demonetized this episode.
Nah, man, we're solid. We are the Electric Justice, man. We're good.
That's right.
We will sell more tickets in the Justice League. I know that.
You're darn tootin'. Our first battle obviously would be against the Mad Desperado and the Crazy Wizard. They'd be like the dynamic duo that we'd have to fight.
I imagine they're like cousins.
The Gentleman Observer is like the kingpin over all of them.
He
kind of,
sent
like,
them.
sends the-
He
yeah.
sent them for us. I can see that.
He's like trying to eliminate us because he knows that
We have to
we're
work
close
our ways
her.
up like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And the whole time he's
I
behind
was
this.
thinking like just a Mortal Kombat column that you just.
And the whole time the Gentleman Observer is just behind this glass watching. It's a good fight.
or observing.
My Stephanie is very talented. He cleans up the scene afterwards and he's like, that's Stephanie spits. Saliva.
Man.
He takes her sweat and like puts his hair back with it.
That's
Yeah.
This guy is real rough.
Yeah, when you're not, he's a gentleman, but when you're not looking like an old gentleman, he's a gross guy.
Yeah, I got that one. I got it.
If you guys haven't already checked out our Patreon, please go ahead and check that out. Don't put yourself in a bad spot, but if you can help us out, we always appreciate it, because right now if you can't tell by this amazing production that we have going on here, it is just us three doing this, and we can always use some help.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out on here. If you have anything else going on, we can shout you out.
Got some
Spread your word.
little goodies. We'll give out some things here and there on our Patreon. But yeah, in addition, don't forget that we are doing our 1,000 subscriber contest that we will have. Although we're kind of coming up with something smaller, more reachable at this time.
Milestones.
But, if you guys can, take a moment, share us, like it, spread it all over the place.
And we will reach out on details on how we can get your information to be in the contest.
Yeah. Well, I have a list of. Yeah. Once we get to 1,000.
Yeah,
we'll
we're gonna give it to the Mole Cup.
Honestly, if you guys didn't already understand, the Gentleman Observer's already collected all of your information from every one of you. We know all about.
He's behind you right now.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve, and your dad is farts.